So I guess the ultimate question is, as an experienced leader, what do you want to tell other experienced leaders when they're thinking about those decisions and how to weigh the pro-con such that they're moving society and humanity forward, not backwards, and not just making a bunch of money at the expense of people? Just we'll solve that, and that'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, then can we go on to world peace right after that?
Yeah, let's do it.
That is amazing. That's a heck of a question. Hey, look, it actually does boil down to simple lessons, as I've written in the book about myself. You have to be credible, Anthony. You have to be believable. You have to be known not just by the top of the organization as the leader. You have to be known better by the bottom of the organization as the leader. And you have to know them. And you have to be realistic as a leader. And I learned this the hard way, that the vast middle is the problem. The vast middle of the organization is where all of the real decisions get made. And if they lose their way, and sometimes with me they did, then your way is likely not going to, persevere. When we had to pitch and transform the IBM mainframe, from, this vastly large, bipolar technology, very expensive, very vast, to this new technology, in an entirely different fashion, using an entirely different computer model, and respected the data and the applications for the client, so they never had to change. We changed everything about that but them. They got exactly what they had, could do exactly what they were doing, Anthony, and we absorbed everything else. We absorbed the hit. Lots of people said it couldn't be done. Lots of people told me it could be done. So here I am, the leader. And I hear what you're saying about laying people off. And I'm not wearing this as a badge of courage, but we had to lay off every other person in the Mid-Hudson Valley, as the book describes. 35,000 people, Anthony. 35,000 people, all in one concentrated geography. That mistake was my mistake. And if you're a leader and you don't take that as a personal responsibility, you're never going to get the rest of your team to follow you. They have to believe that when they cry, you cry. When you laugh, they laugh. You understand the significance, the pulse, and you have to own it. Layoffs are never a fault of the people in the organization. They're a fault of leadership. And I fully have taken that on board. I mean, I assume that responsibility. I cried laying off those 35,000 people. I was born and raised in the Mid-Hudson Valley, for goodness sakes. It was my hometown. My mom and dad lived there. I used to get a call every night from my mother asking me what the hell I was doing. And did I know what I was doing? Laying off my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, my neighbor, her friend. I read about then is what I said, it's a good time for you to stop telling everybody your son, the IBM executive, and just lower your profile, because I've got 35,000 people who are staying, and I've got to get things better for them. And if we get things better for them, those people that had to leave, things will get better for them, because we'll just improve the economy around us. So it's a hard lesson, Anthony, but if you're not credible, if they don't believe you, if the organization, there's nothing worse than a general whose army won't march.